Welcome everybody in to the virtual Daytona International Speedway. Tonight's the night. The final four here in the PGR eSports Intimidator Super Speedway Series here in the Gen-6 Cup car tonight. 55 laps, 50% fuel, 3 sets of tires, no fast repairs, fixed setups, and 3 green-white checkers if we need them. This is the first of its kind. Bear with me. I am doing the broadcast. I got a broadcast partner. His name Tyler Vickery. We'll get to him in just a second. You're going to hear all the driver feed live from the race here tonight. You're going to see all my calls on the screen. You'll see a lot of stuff popping up and off of your screen tonight. It's going to be a little bit different broadcast than we usually hear or that you usually see. So bear with us as we get through this one. All the drivers gridding right now. We'll take you through the starting lineup momentarily. Okay. Guys, I'm doing the broadcast. Remember that.
Yeah, it's not urgent. Just peek over Discord when you get 2 seconds.
All right, this is raw and uncut here tonight. One of the first times here in PGR. Your starting lineup for tonight. Garrett Maines on the pole here. John Ward will start in second. Brian Hennings will start third for PGR. Stephen Miles will start fourth. Landon Velicky fifth. Nathan Harper sixth. Dylan Jones seventh. Kyler Wynn eighth. Caden Diedrich ninth. Jared Haynes 10th. Asher Little in 11th. It'll be in 12th, John Ellis Jr. Good to see him back. Chase Mistretta as well, 13th. Freddie Bazin, that's 14th. Nick Sipple in 15th. Evan Carlbaugh in 16th. Alex Hill in 17th. It'll be 18th will be Sean Corbett. Michael Guest in 19th. Cody Neagles in 20th. Daniel Falkingham, 21st. Colin Bowden, 22nd. It'll be Jeff Merck in 23rd. Christopher McCullough in 24th. Christopher Carter in 25th, Chris Melton, 26th, James Wagner, 27th, Mark Vondell, 28th, Matthew Baker, 29th, Nash Brambilla, 30th, Sterling Thies in 31st, Hunter Hastings in 32nd, Axel Smith, 33rd, Miles Bagley, 34th, Michael Wingo, 35th, Matthew Stallnick tonight, 36th, Steve Sizemore, 37th, Trevor Ashburnoff in 38th. I am not on the racetrack, so 39th will be Josh McCullough. 40th will be Brock Westmoreland, and rounding out your 42-car field here tonight will be Tucker McClendon. We're going to invite Tyler Vickery in here right now. Tyler, we're going to have to keep this short and sweet. We're about to go green, but, you know, you're going to be the one telling us when there's a yellow tonight. When you say throw a yellow, I'm going to throw it. We're going to just take a shot in the dark here tonight, bud, and try to get through this one.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially with 41-car field, I've been adjusting some of my cameras and stuff to where I can be able to see exactly what's all going to happen. So, going to be a fun and exciting night, to say the least, especially for the Final Four.
Yes, it will, and you're going to see some stuff popping onto my screen here tonight if you are the viewer. It's going to be a little bit different than normal. We'll try to have everything popping up on the screen. Right now at the top, you'll see that ticker. We'll try to get you that full screen as much as we can without all this extra stuff on it. Tyler Vickery will, like I said, let us know if we do, in fact, need to throw the yellow. But we're going to try to keep everything here on the racetrack as you would see it on a normal broadcast. As Garrett Maines, 2x2 here to start the race with John Ward. We're green from Daytona. This is the Final Four. And you'll hear all the drivers raw and uncut tonight. If Tyler says throw a yellow, we're going to throw that yellow, and we'll review the replay and try to make a call as race control. So Tyler Vickery and myself both doing double duty here tonight as you see all these Gen 6 cars fanning out here down the backstretch on lap number 1.
Yeah, and these guys are going to be really intense too, especially the Final Four guys. We got one car skating on the wall, but he is all good. Oh, we got a little wiggle further back. One car hitting the wall. Only one car involved. Everyone else is still clean. I believe that was Mark Vondel. Yes, that was Mark Vondel hitting the outside wall. Only, unfortunately, that ripped off the bumper, so he is only the only car that's been involved, as the rest of the field is still really tight-knit together coming off of 2.
Yes, they are tight-knit together. We're just going to get some of this audio fixed a little bit for everybody here tonight. Tyler Vickery, as I said, will be making sure the track is clean here tonight. We're gonna bump up the noise of that race audio. You should be able to hear us. We are cranked practically all the way up, so should not be any issues here with the audio. Just checking all that stuff right now.
Steven Miles goes in for the block with John Ward. Huge push as well, and able to keep it straight. And these Gen 6s, everyone loves to be pushing, and it's a lot of side draft as well.
In an accident or anything?
Yeah. So the yellow comes out, but if I keep running, it's going to penalize me, I think. I don't know if it can be cleared or not.
Yeah, we usually don't clear any calls, so that's why I asked. That's interesting. Three wide now here through the front stretch. You hear Brock Westman calling Bowden.
Car wrecked the last back here.
Oh, everyone's getting skittish as well.
Is there a wreck in the back, bro?
No, not that I'm seeing. Everyone was getting sideways. I hadn't seen any wreck.
Where's the 4-car wreck?
I gotta look back and see where that wreck was at.
You gotta be up in that blimp if you're gonna see it, brother.
Yeah, it was way in the back as well. Way in the back. Steve Sizemore involved. Looked like a Wingo as well. They were a 5-car train all by themselves.
Yeah, we're gonna check that out right here on the broadcast. And right there we had a 33. It looks like spinning Tucker McClendon here. Yeah. So that's gonna bring out the first caution of the night. And we'll keep the radio comms clear so I can make the race call here. And we'll try to figure out who that 33 is. It looks like Steve Sizemore. Walk you through how I do this. We're going to go to that chopper cam really quick. Slow this one down. He's pushing square there. He's going to offset push right, swipe down the back bumper. Tucker McClendon. That's going to be an easy call here tonight. That first one will go on the 33 Steve Sizemore. He's going to offset push right, swipe down to the left side, and hook the 00 of McClendon. That'll be a drive-through penalty here in the first 20 laps to the 33 of Steve Sizemore. Yeah, pretty easy call there, Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely an easy call, and that was really unfortunate too for Sizemore, just trying to give a nice little push and then just accidentally just hooked him enough, and it just sent Tucker McClendon around, and I think Sizemore also probably got the worst end of it as well.
Make sure once we, we're raw and uncut here, so whatever we say goes. Let's, during this caution, make sure if the drivers start talking, you and me kind of got to stop so that we can hear, kind of what's going on. What camera were you in when you didn't see that wreck, huh?
Yeah, I was on screenshot 2, and I actually had the offset for the camera edit. I had it at for the offset X for the wide out zoom. I had it at 100. I could see everyone other than those 5 cars way in the back. So I gotta see if I can go on a blimp and try to get it to where I can see everyone, because my blimp, it goes very, very tight knit for some reason. It's like very close up.
Yeah. If you hit Control F12, you'll be able to zoom in.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I've got I'm on Control F12, and that's how I was changing the camera edit, so I gotta see what I can do to make it look a little better. I think I might got a better view cam. I'm using a screenshot 2 cam that iRacing gives, so let's see if that helps. I'm able to see all the way down to the turn 2 now.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that. I'll try to keep an eye on it as well. But we definitely don't want to get late on cautions, because then I'll have to The viewers won't be able to see a really good shot. You know, they'll have to kind of see what I normally see. Right now,
exactly.
right now I'm trying to just show them a normal broadcast. So,
yeah, I'm adjusting some of this camera a little bit here to make it where I can see everyone.
yeah, up here in the Goodyear blimp, it is Kyler Wynn right now leading the race. Stephen Miles in second. Trevin Ashronoff in third. Chris Carter fourth. And John Ward in fifth. First caution of tonight's race. And that's going to go against Steve Sizemore. He will get a drive-through penalty. We'll assess that drive-through penalty here when we go green. We're going to make sure we're live. We're live here. And you'll see stuff on the screen. You'll see what I see here on the bottom of the screen. Usually for broadcasting, I'll be either up here in the blimp, and we possibly usually kind of zoomed way out to kind of see. There's a good view of what I usually use. I'm also sometimes in chase mode, where I'll be out front in the field if you see my cursor here, and I'll be staring straight at the field. So that's normally what I'm in, but Tyler Vickery's going to try to keep an eye on the whole field here tonight to make sure we catch any of those accidents. So hopefully he's got his cameras sorted out, and we'll get back to normal camera here. So it's kind of a different broadcast. Like I said, bear with us. We had some broadcasters that weren't able to help us out tonight, so we're double doing it so that you guys can still at least watch this Final Four race. I know we're leaving out some information. The Final Four right now between Garrett Maines, he is racing Christopher McCullough, and Colin Bowden, eNASCAR Coke Series driver, facing off against Freddie Basnes. So those are your in-race matchups here tonight. Those are the most important matchups here of this race. As you see the front of this field, it's Kyler Wynn. And to his outside, Stephen Miles. And the green flag back in the air for the second time here tonight. You all good with your cameras?
Yep, I got a blimp view. I was able to figure out how to change some of the static FOV so I can even see it further back. One card cannot get under.
Just like I said, if you see anything go, just let me know.
Yep. Watching a lot of checkups further back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are panned out here. I'm giving Tyler a good look here at the racetrack. A little bit farther back. Hey, Tyler, I'm going to be watching watching the front a lot. So maybe if you're watching more the middle back, yeah, because you know
they separated a lot too.
Yeah, why don't you do that? So I can keep our viewers here up on the front.
Yep, and I'm keeping an eye on. I got a live timing where I can see speed, so I'm watching the speeds too. If I see a huge drop in speed, I'm gonna jump right to it too. If I don't see them, but I got a good view right now with the blimp.
Down the backstretch we go here. Kyler Wynn still your race leader.
Easy pushing into the corners. It's the only time it's sketchy, Nick.
Ooh, blowing up. We got someone that just blew up an engine. Nope, he's off the track. Just one car.
I'm braking for you.
We have a blown motor on the track. Not sure who. As racing action picking up here.
John Ward blew his motor.
John Ward getting where John Ward with the blown engine here. Back up front's Kyler Wynn, your leader. Stephen Miles going to tuck in behind him.
Check, 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 check.
We'll try to let our viewers listen to some of the race audio here tonight.
That backpack, that second pack is getting closing in on the front pack. About to have one big group again.
Single file here on the bottom of the racetrack. We come off turn number 2. It's double file here in the middle of the pack. Sorry for some of the camera work tonight. Once we start zooming in and out, everything kind of gets off whack. Try to reset the cameras here. Doing that just right now. Got to get back here. Square. Baker calling out half blocks here.
Some drivers talking about trying to. Cody's trying to get that second pack working again to where they can catch back up as they're starting to fall off again.
Yeah, lots happening here. Try to find a better camera view here if you can. In the chopper cam, you see a lot more action here in this camera. Tyler Dickery still watching for cautions here on the racetrack, especially in the middle of the pack.
Everyone's mainly single file, other than the far deep back. They're trying to get situated.
Yeah, keep watching that middle back. I'm watching the front. Here comes a big run from the 39. I believe that's Daniel Falkingham. Here comes Matthew Baker as well, right to the front of this pack with Garrett Maines. Daniel Falkingham, your 2025 PGR 500 champion. And Tyler, if you see a yellow, just talk over me if you see one.
Yep, and so far middle is pretty clean right now. Watch, I'm keeping an eye on this middle and the back group here.
Yeah, you see right there in the Lobster 207, that's Daniel Falkingham. A great push by Baker here in the Valvoline number 5. One of his last races here before deployment. So you know he is going to be up and on that wheel heavy here tonight. Trying to get the job done. 15 laps under 55.
And we got one car in the wall, no caution. That was the lap car that got caught up in it.
What the fuck is happening?
You see Freddie there? So choice words there. Sorry about that to our viewers, but this is Raw and Uncut PGR Thursday night. Something we have never done. It's not the easiest thing to do. I'm sorry for some of the camera work. We're having to zoom in and out for the race control, so it's going to look a little bit different here and there. Unfortunately, we'll miss a couple things.
Why are we racing for 26?
As they're 3 wide in the third group and way in the back.
They're gonna pull away.
Yeah, 3 wide right there.
Getting hit into me too. I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah, we were second pretty bad on them. I did not hit anyone good right back.
Daniel Falkingham still out front of Matthew Baker and Garrett Maines. Landon Bellicky now getting in the action. He is in 4th position. Right behind him, the 89, Trevin Astronaut, who's blinking out just a little bit. Hayden Diedrich, good to see him out here on the track. In that 25 Exalta machine, trying to get Good job done here tonight. Asher Little, the young buck in the 8 Sun Drop. Behind him, the guy that's always steady. That's the 74 of Brian Hennings. Dylan Jones now is going to take the run of the 42 of Nathan Harper. He is not. Here goes Harper to the top. Jeff Merck right behind him.
We had
Caution?
four cars sideways. They all saved it though, from
They
what I
saved
saw.
it? Okay.
Yeah, all of them saved it. There was a checkup, and everyone caught it and saved it. No one hit the wall.
We're going to go high above the blimp. Just get a little go around this entire field. Make sure everything is good. Everything up here is good, Tyler, as long as you keep watching those other packs.
How'd that work?
Ooh, you see the shove there from Merck. Ooh, there comes
How many more laps?
Nathan Harper.
3.
And I think we're going to stay up here in the blimp. I think that's going to be a little bit easier for our viewers to see what's going on. It'll be easier for me to check out everything on the racetrack when I need to. So you're not going to have the normal cameras here tonight, but this might make things a little bit easier to help call this race. Right now, Falkingham leads the 5 of Matthew Baker. Here comes Landon Velke. Landon Velke now here on the bottom. A great shove by Ashburnoff side by side with your leaders here. Ooh, a loose right there. You see that loose is the 62. Wow, they're pushing really hard on top. Baker's loose. Here comes Chase Mistretta on the top with the push from Bazinez. Bazinez tonight's got to defeat Colin Bowden. Ooh, they're almost wrecking here. They are. They're gonna save it.
They saved it. They saved it.
They saved it. They saved it. Keep going.
Oh boy! Oh.
Man, come on. Why did y'all get stopped by time?
Yeah, that was so stupid.
One way in the grass, cutting across. Don't know what car that was. He's still coming to a stop.
Go around, go.
Keep watching the middle back. I got the front. Lots
Yep.
going on here at Daytona.
Cody's broke, and he's on the grass.
Yeah, you couldn't see it in your screen, but that second pack, a lot of issues there. We had a
Clear. Damn it, Garrett.
Pit stops occurring.
pit stops occurring. Ashburnoff on pit road. You keep watching the field.
Yep.
Man, this is wild.
God damn, my bad.
I love it. Raw and uncut on the PGR eSports Network. Green flag stops. We had a really good save on that track, Tyler. And then, that other group just kind of ran right into them. And we almost had a big one.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was going to be a huge one. I'm keeping an eye around. Everyone's coming out of the pits now.
Why y'all blue flag?
Here comes another set of cars. Some of the leaders are coming in the pits. Only 4.
It looked like Mistretta's in. Oh, they're beating and banging on pit road. And they're going to save it. Wow, the 48. And Mistretta. We're going to go back up front to Falkingham. And you would expect Falkingham, Baker, Bazinez,
What you got, Brock?
or sorry, Caden Diedrich, Garrett Maines, and Asher Little to come in this time. And it's going to be a lot for Tyler and I, but we're going to try to keep an eye on this racetrack. They're going to stay out, Tyler. They are not pitting this time by.
Oh, and that's impressive. And I'm
Yeah.
like keeping an eye on little. Everyone's breaking up so much in smaller groups. It's going to get. Strategy is going to be real big now.
Yeah, these are your leaders all the way back onto Jeffrey Merck.
How many did you say you have, Kate?
There's 8 of them right now in the lead.
I have 4.
And then you're going to have to all the way go back to Freddie Bazinez
I think they have one
in
left.
9th. Back here. You keep looking, all right, bud?
Yep.
I know
yep,
it's very hard to.
I'm jumping. I'm
Yeah.
jumping around to a few of the separate ones. I'm keeping an eye on speeds as well.
Two left.
And it seems You hear it there from Garrett Maines. 2 laps, 2 laps. It's a really cool feature. And you can hear the drivers talking. We'll try to quiet down as much when they are talking if we can.
Pitting was done.
Hit this time, this group.
Oh yeah, pitting was done.
That hurt this time.
And then it's going to be the second pack that's getting ready to pit.
Yeah, so you're going to have this front pack here pitting. And we're going to get this right here.
Payout right here.
Inside, inside.
Wow, those leaders are going to stay out again. That
Yeah,
other
the
pack
second-
is in.
Stay up.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, there's 3 cars right there. A few more.
Nope, they're
Here comes
good. They're going to
another-
save it. Nick Sipple around. They're all going to save it, though. Wow, somebody's going backwards.
That was on
They
me.
missed
I
their
overshot.
stall. Oh yeah, that Carlbahn missed his stall big time.
Everyone saved it on pit road. Keep going. Careful on pit entrance.
Saving up going Brad.
I'm gonna watch all the pit exit driver.
Falkingham in, Baker in. Here goes
Trev, if you need a bridge, let us know.
Garrett Maines. Diedrich, Harper, Asher Little, Merck, Hennings. Your race leader right there getting fresh left sides. That's, we'll see. Garrett Maines is up here. Hennings, wow, he overshoots his stall. That's going to cost him time.
Car did not stop.
Here's the race off pit road.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that track.
Yep, I'm flipping around a few of these drivers of how they're separated.
Going down.
And here is the group: Alex Hill and Dylan Jones, Stephen Miles, Kyler Wynn, and leave one more. But Falkingham and them, ooh, that's a 3-car pack right now. Falkingham, Baker, and Garrett Maines.
Probably had no rear grip.
Caden Dietrich now second group. He is in 4th with Jeff Merck, Nathan Harper. And right now catching them is this big group that had already pit. Alex Hill, Dylan Jones, Stephen Miles, Kyler Wynn, and Chris Carter. They're all going to have to stay in line here. You watch the track. I'm going to check in on our chat.
Yep. Everyone's single file from what I'm seeing so far. I'm keeping an eye on all the drivers currently. Everyone's single file in very small, tiny groups right now.
Yeah, tiny groups right here. You see the race leader. We're going to take you through the field right now while we're green. If Tyler mics up and says there's a yellow, we'll get right to that. But right now, here's your top 3. Daniel Falkingham, Matthew Baker, Garrett Maines. The next pack is going to be Caden Diedrich, Jeff Merck, Nathan Harper. And they're coming, so they're going to be right in this pack. And that's a 8-car pack all the way back to Stephen Miles. So
Thank you.
it's Jeff Merck, Nathan Harper, Alex Hill, Dylan Jones, Stephen Miles, Kyler Wynn.
Sorry, Freddie.
You can see them all in this picture.
It's not good, I got it.
Chris Carter as well. Colin Bowden now making a comeback all the way up into the 12th position. He's trying to get back in it as he is racing Freddie Bazinez.
And
who's
Freddie Bazinez is in
back
20th.
in 20th. Chris, all right, now let's check on that. Garrett Maines up here. He's obviously beating Chris McCullough right now. So that's where the Final Four stands. We're almost to lap 30. Axel Smith not happy on the radio.
Stop saving after that.
Okay, you got everything?
Yeah,
I know it's hard.
I'm got everything. I know, I'm jumping around, keeping an eye on speeds. Chris Melton's the only one going slow. Whoa! About nearly took someone out.
Yeah, thanks, Melton, for going up in the middle of the track.
Evan Carlbon not happy with Chris Melton. As it's still now, we got this big pack here in the front, all single file. About
Melton
11
just
cars.
wrecked.
Melton stopped us.
Yep. Yeah, Melton went and crashed into the pit wall. He went back up the track, but he didn't. He stopped on the grass on the trial.
Okay. So only one caution here tonight. Very good race. We'll hope it stays that way with 26 laps to go. Going down a lap car here. It's all Falkingham, Baker, and Garrett Maines, but it's an 11-car pack. There's Chris Carter. He's in the 17 behind Kyler Wynn. And then back to Colin Bowden, Evan Carlbon, John Ellis, and Asher Little.
Miles and Axel in front of bridge for y'all.
Go, Corbin, go, Corbin.
So that's where we stand.
I'm hot.
25 laps to go here. The PGR eSports March Madness Final Four. And here comes your leaders to the start finish line as we are now counting them down here.
Everybody's saying, I'm staying high here.
Brock Westmoreland on the radio. You see him staying high.
Asher, stay closer to Ellis.
Check.
Here are your leaders outside turn number 4 into the trial here at Daytona. Still an 11-car pack, 23 laps to go. And you know they're going to have to pit for service at least one more time. For Sunoco Racing Fuel, at least left or right side tires. And a different beast here at Daytona, especially these Gen-6 Cup cars. Getting into that pit stall is critical. Landon Bellick, you're not happy. We're going to go back to him.
But they had a checkup, and Mistretta was the worst end of it. So he lost that group. Ooh, I heard a motor blowing up.
Let me know if I have to throw it.
Trying to see where that motor blew up at. I'm not even seeing who blew up. Nope. Everyone's still running. I don't know where that motor blow up was from.
Freddie Bazin is trying to get back in this one in the 19th position. The 04 Christopher McCullough as well. Those guys are on the outside looking in here for the championship of March Madness. They're together. They're not racing each other, but they're racing Garrett Maines and Colin Bowden. And right now, I tell you what, we might be looking at a Garrett Maines Colin Bowden showdown next week for the I believe, big prize, $500 to the winner of March Madness. So, I mean, big implications here for the March Madness bracket.
Yeah, and especially when you see Freddie Bazinas and Christopher McCulloughs are in one group and they're trying to find anything they can to catch up to the other two that both of them are going up against.
Yeah, absolutely. Brock's gonna be a lap down here at the end of this lead pack. So, like I said, it's an 11-car breakaway here. Colin Bowden in 12th. But he'll take that right now with the trouble he had early on. here in this pack as he leads this pack around in that 6 machine. And these guys right now just deciding,
3.8 gallons.
talking about, yep, let's see. You
Oh,
can hear
big hit. There's a car that crashed.
Let me
Trying
know.
to see where he's at. It was only one, but he disappeared now. I'm trying to see where he's at. Oh, it was Mistretta that crashed, and then he disappeared real quick. Oh, he instantly left.
All right. Only one caution here tonight, a very clean race. We're going to hope it stays that way. And we've had some really clean Gen-6 races before, as this car tends to be a really, it really puts it in the driver's hands, and the pit stops become crucial.
Oh, we're
Here.
mastering the leader up, huh?
And especially when you slide in that pit stall, I just remember from experience, it's a big different beast, especially getting out of that pit stall, Tyler.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to get back on the throttle, those tires are still hot and everything, and you have very little grip from the amount of time that you're running on the track, so you have to really watch what you do, and it gets scary.
It absolutely does.
Stallman had a little bit of a moment, but he was able to save it.
Back up here in the Goodyear blimp, it's been the preferred camera choice for me here tonight. Try to show you this without interruption here. Once you start messing with all the settings and cameras, once you use your cameras for the broadcast, it skews them all. So that's why when I go to some of the cameras, they're not looking like they usually do. But hey, you guys all knew what's going to happen tonight, and hopefully this is kind of cool for the people viewing it here tonight. And if we ever do it again, we'll try to have a lot more help than just Tyler and I up here throwing this together at the very last minute. But heavy pushing here up front with the 5 and the 1. Alex Hill has a shot at this one tonight. You see him there in the 48 Gatorade Zero machine. Good to see him out here on the track. That is Alex Hill being scored in the 7th position for Nightmare Esports. And this is that current back of the line here. Chris Carter doing a great job here tonight. And here is his cockpit view. And, right now he's just saying, hey, I'm going to hang out. I'm in 11th. Oh, he's going to pit by himself. Not sure why. He must have had a lot lower fuel than everybody.
Must have. There's a lot of the cars pitted around lap 24. The front pack all pitted on lap 25.
Keep an eye on the track.
Yep, Headings is being silly.
Back up front still, Daniel Falkingham, man. I'll tell you what, no one's going to lead more laps tonight than the 39 machine of Daniel Falkingham. Landon Velke saying he's going to have to pit this time by. Those leaders are going to be able to stretch it as long as they want.
And we got one group
Yeah,
coming
Alex
in the pit
Hill
now.
is in, Dylan Jones, Stephen Miles, Kyler Wynn. Those guys get down pretty good there. We'll see if they can get in their box. Here comes Kyler Wynn and Alex Hill. Ooh, they almost hit there. Kyler Wynn, see if he can get into his stall. He does. Comes to a great stop. Him and Dylan Jones, really excellent job there getting in their pit boxes.
Good job, Freddie.
And now the lead pack down to 6. Brock Westmoreland, he's going to be a lap down behind him. So
John is on that 3.0.
We're going one more, not this time, next time.
Temple.
you heard that. The second pack of Colin Bowden, Evan Carlbon.
Keep it posted.
Right here, you see Colin Bowden right now. He is into the championship. But everything could change with a drop of a yellow flag if it comes. Getting a nice solid push there from Evan Carlbon. These guys, we know they're all going to pit.
Oh, we got I heard a motor blow. I'm trying to see. Tucker McClendon blew up. Trying to see who all was involved. Everyone was able to avoid him. Yeah, everyone was able to avoid him as he blew up.
Here come
as
the
the motor
leaders. Leaders are pitting. Here comes Falkingham. And Garrett Maines. Oh, they're hitting. Nathan Harper's going to turn. He's going to turn Jeff Merck on pit lane.
Second group is coming in the pits as well.
Yes, they are. Chaos on
Third
pit
group
road.
as well. Third group as well.
Bowden into his spot. Man,
And everyone's pitting in. Wow.
yeah, look at. Oh, Nick Sipple into the grass.
Go.
It's just crazy coming down the pit road here. I mean, these guys just not used to it here in the Gen 6 car.
Oh, and look at the group that came in early. Alex Hill, Kyler Wynn, they're getting huge runs. I'm watching the rest of the field coming back out of pit road now.
Yeah, here they come. These might be your leaders when we cycle. That's the 48 of Alex Hill. Kyler Wynn behind him. Stephen Miles and Dylan Jones. We're going to zoom out. And they're getting ever so closer to those leaders. Matt Baker somehow lost in translation a little bit there. Big run here on the leaders. Are they going to go to the middle? They do. Alex Hill now gets a strong push. And Garrett Maines, Falkingham, and Caden Dietrich have company now. And we saw it. We saw those guys come, and they did an excellent job of getting on and off pit lane. And now where's Matthew Baker? Matthew Baker now, in the no man's land. He is the next man, and he has no help. He must have had an issue on pit lane. So right now he's going to get picked up by Brock Westmoreland, who's a lap down. Matthew Baker, man, he was up front leading with those guys and made a small mistake, it looks like there. And, man, he's going to be hoping and praying for a caution. And now it's a 7-horse race for 5 payout positions. So I honestly, I don't see how we're going to get a caution up front. It might come from somewhere else on the racetrack, but let's pull up that, let's put up that race or that track map. You'll see how spread out this field is. I believe we have a bigger pack back with Jeff Merck.
Yeah, we got a bigger pack. Carl Bond, Michael Guess, Asher Little's in this pack. From what I'm seeing, that's the biggest pack that I am seeing currently.
Yeah, Bazinet's back here. Chris McCullough way back in 30th. So, yeah, I mean, this is all but over if we go green. Merck's leading this big pack right here. Leader's already past the start-finish line.
When Mark gets here, I'm gonna bail out Baker.
They're going to pick up, I think, Matthew Baker. 10 laps to go here at Daytona. The final 4
How many are new?
is going to be down to the final 2 very shortly. And right now, it would be Garrett Maines, former NASCAR, he's NASCAR Coke Series Pro, versus current NASCAR Series Pro, Colin Bowden. And what a matchup that will be next week in the Gen 6 at Talladega. Doing a great job here tonight is the guy
Don't worry about it.
in the booth with me, Tyler Vickery, trying to keep his eye on this track. And lucky for us, Tyler, it's been clean, man.
Yeah, I mean, other than like a few little 1-car, 2-car incidents and stuff, and then it's hard, especially now how far separated they are. It makes it really interesting now.
It sure does. Well, right
First
now, it's all
pack
that
and
Wig
I was
and
gonna say
Water
first pack and
technology,
second
one
pack.
of Garrett Maines, and he is driving off right now. And that's your pack. We're going to stay with this lead pack. Colin Bowden in 13, holding off Bazinez, and he's got a big cushion there. So Bazinez not going to be able to catch Bowden unless there's a yellow flag. 8 laps to go. Stephen Miles, great race here tonight in that 24 Exalted machine. As he looks.
Where's the competition caution at?
For more. Baker
Oh man, that's
Not
what happened.
happy with his pit road, and that will
We could both lose them. It don't matter to me.
cost him his race here tonight. And it's a big shove there from the 39 to the 1. 7 laps to go. And as we mentioned, the top 7 here in this pack, Stephen Miles there getting with Kyler Wynn. You know, they're going to probably make a run. So the top 7 have a shot at the top 5 payouts. If it stands Baker all the way back here in this next pack, I mean, they're a straight away. They're not going to catch them. So
No,
all these drivers,
they're getting momentum, but it's not enough though. Still,
yeah, it's not enough. And you know, there's some lap down cars here. Nick Seipel and the 05, I believe the 05 is Josh McCullough. We'll zoom out a little bit so you guys can see that. Race control, that's been easy for us. But we'll see how this all pans out because there's some desperate drivers that... Oh, we almost have a wreck here in the fronts. Kyler Wynn, Alex Hill.
We should start racing back here.
Almost a big wreck there. Warning up front. Let's go, guys.
Double the chance for caution. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Kyler, turn him. Right.
All the drivers looking for a yellow. And I'll tell you what, Kyler Wynn, Alex Hill getting into it here on the racetrack. Man, what a view of that. They're side by side here in the front 2x2. It's tightening up here. Man, Garrett Maines does not want to see this. You know, he wants to win money, but oh, Garrett Maines into the fence.
Wrecking on the back.
It's one.
Rosie, come on. Roll it. Rosie, Rosie.
Go on. Yeah, why did you come down to the fucking track and hit?
Ah, yes, I was in full control. I am so sorry.
All right, come on, guys. Go to the comms. Let's race.
That's like asking me why did I just hit the ball?
4 laps to go. Garrett Maines in trouble,
You just kept coming down below the yellow.
but it looks like he's going to be okay
I'm sorry, you have no idea what just happened and it's clear.
because Chris McCullough way back in the 30th range.
Wrecked me on purpose. I mean, go right ahead.
And I'll tell you what,
Almost I got hit by
Tyler, keep an eye on everything. The top 5 right
I
now.
can't believe that's not a freaking yellow. All the frame contact. That's caused the freaking wreck.
It's got to be
Yeah,
3 or
and the
more
second
cars
group
spinning.
is- Yep.
That was 7 cars in the lead pack.
Drivers get mad when it doesn't go their way, but rules are rules, and we're going to go by the rule book and not make up any rules tonight. It's got to be 3 or more cars spinning. 1 spun.
That was stupid.
Lot 'em up. Lot 'em up.
Caden Diedrich now up front, 3 laps to go. Tyler, just look around everything else. I got the front.
Yep, I'm watching the second group and then keeping an eye on the rest of the pack.
Gotta be a little bridge here, Dan.
Here comes Stephen Miles, a big run, big push from Kyler Wynn into Alex Hill. They almost turn. 2 laps to go. Alex Hill in the driver's seat, passing Chris McCullough. And right now, Alex Hill is your leader. Stephen Miles second, Kyler Wynn third, Dylan Jones fourth, Caden Diedrich fifth. Those are the only guys that have a shot at this race, unless we get a yellow here. But if we get to that white flag,
Sorry, I got so damaged.
which we are, it is on. Last lap here at Daytona.
Damn good race.
Only 1 caution.
The white flag, guys.
Yeah, one
White
car on
flag
the
is
wall,
out.
Mert.
Here's the 5. We're going to leave them in your screen. Who is going to make the move? You know Kyler Wynn's going to get very aggressive down the backstretch.
The white flag.
Freddie ain't in this pack.
There goes Steven Miles. Steven Miles to the lead. A great push from Win. Win's in the same position he was in last night.
I'll go high.
Can he get the job done here at the last second? Kyler Win
Oh,
pushing
second pack is wrecking.
Miles hard.
Oh yeah, 4 cars
Kyler
crashed
Win
in the
goes
second
for
pack.
it side by side, and Kyler Win wins it here at Daytona.
Right back on the drag. That's
Bowden. Oh, Bowden got wrecked by Freddie. Colin Bowden got wrecked. Freddie Basnes got around him in that second pack. That was when the wreck happened on that last lap.
I'll be reviewing all that.
Landon. What do you want me to do? My boy Colin. Y'all don't wreck Colin.
GG's, Garrett.
Good running, Nash. Yep, that was fun.
That was a good finish, Caden.
Kyler Win,
Can't script that one, huh, Colin?
your race winner here at Daytona. He's going to burn him down. And I'm hearing word Colin Bowden wrecked here on the last lap.
Might be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yep, we are reviewing everything up here, making sure there was nothing egregious there or anything intentional. Race winner Kyler Win, good job there. Everyone else, 1 caution here tonight. We'll be in the the Gen-6 again next week at Talladega. As of right now, it'll be Garrett Maines. I think Freddie Basines, and we'll double check on that. But appreciate you guys racing.
Dude, you gotta throw the win 2 of the fucking 7 leaders, right? You gotta throw the
I gotta go by the rule book though, man. If it says 3 or more, I can't make the rules up at the end.
It's a caution. There's another pack coming right. That's not a good.
Josh, why are we aiming at Bowden on the last lap there?
Yeah, bro took a right and gassed it up.
Do you not see my right wheel fucking broke, you idiot?
I see you turning right.
Do you not see where I got hit in my right wheel and my car just instantly turned right?
Wheel's not broken there, chap.
But your steering wheel, you're hard right, and you are accelerator down.
You can see me sideways in the grass, dude.
As a professional intent crasher, I know an intent crash when I see one.
Yeah, I definitely intent wrecked you. I definitely wanted to come back up on the track.
I mean, it shows.
No, I just lost it.
I'm so confused.
I mean, I don't know where they're talking about, Tyler, where there was a pack coming.
Yeah.
I mean, are they
I
talking?
don't recall. It was a while back when Falkingham
Yeah,
got
Falkingham
wrecked.
spun out. He went to the apron. The pack was coming out of turn number 2. Falkingham's not even close to the racetrack, unless he came back up. Yeah, but no, they're not even close. No way. I think they just all want cautions because they're out of it. I mean, I'm looking right now. When Falkingham was on the racetrack getting turned, they're not even exiting turn number 2. I mean, I could see it in my right screen.
Alex Walls Garrett, that's 2 cars. There's Falkingham getting turned, that's 3. And then Josh gets left for right front damage, drives into Garrett. You telling me that's not more than 3 cars?
There's 1 car that spun. He's in the grass, and the other pack behind's not even exiting turn number 2. I've never seen that call the caution ever in PGR.
Well, that's crazy because I would have called that a caution because it's the lead fucking pack and 3 of the fucking 7 of them were involved. Actually,
Everyone held it straight but one guy. Everyone wanted a caution because everyone was behind. I get it. But let's not get mad at race control when one guy spun and everyone else was going straight.
Alright, so I feel like we've come across this before, and I'm not dogging on you, because honestly...
If you guys want to change the rule book, we could have that discussion. The rule book states 3 or more cars spinning. 1 car spun. The other cars kept it straight. We've had cars slow down many times to avoid cautions, and there was not a caution thrown. One guy spun, and the other pack was not even exiting turn 2. Falkingham was plenty below the line. Should not be a caution, guys.
So, like I was saying, like we've come across this before. I get it. I mean, I know why you didn't say the caution, but is it possible in the future to look at revising it to, like, you know, that rule was put in place for second pack, third pack, and potentially bringing up the yellow with 5 field. Happens all the time. But obviously, when the leaders wreck, especially in a situation like that where it would have been an iRacing caution, I tend to lean towards it should be a yellow because it completely impacted the way the race went. Not that I wanted one there, but it's probably something that should be done.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be just changing the rules. My point is, I'm just going by the rule book, and 1 car spun, so I have to make the call versus the rule book tonight, at least, is what I'm saying.
Mike, is there interviews?
Yeah, if these guys would get off my back 2 nights in a row, there would be. We'll get up to those interviews right now. I'm sure everyone's enjoying all this banner, though, on the broadcast.
No, I'm just for the record, I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm just, pointing out it probably should be in the future.
No, I know you're not. But, everyone kept it straight. I mean, everyone but Falkingham who got turned. And I would have for sure thrown it if that pack was coming. But, I mean, they weren't even exiting turn 2. You guys were entering turn 3. And then he was, like, literally all the way to the inside wall.
I'll just make sure to spin it back up onto the track next time.
it would have been an iRacing caution.
Again, my argument is we don't have iRacing cautions on, so, I mean, we never have. I get everyone's frustration that's out of the race, but I can't apologize. I didn't make a wrong call. I called it exactly by the rule book. If we want to change rules for the lead pack late in a race, I'm all for changes, but everyone kept it straight, but one guy, the other pack wasn't close.
Everybody kept it straight, but 3 cars took significant damage.
I know. I've been there before when cautions weren't thrown, and it sucks. All right, we got Alex Hill up here. He is your 3rd place finisher here tonight. Alex Hill, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Mike.
All right. Well, sorry to keep you waiting. You got always angry drivers no matter what. This is money racing here, and the worst job in money racing is race control. Second worst thing ever is broadcasting and doing race control at the same time. And I thought we did a damn good job up here, so I got to defend myself just a little bit there. But, man, walk me through that race. You guys were very aggressive in the front of the pack. You guys had all 5 of you. You all were going to cash. Walk us through those last couple laps. Things got a little crazy, and somebody took out Falkingham or something happened. But nonetheless, man, you got a 3rd place finish and another podium here in PGR.
Yeah, it just honestly looked like I was getting triple pushed down on the bottom. I was giving it all I could to keep it straight, but we drifted up a little bit, trying to save it, and we unfortunately collected Garrett and Faulkingham, and I somehow managed to save it, and they didn't. So, yeah, I mean, not much you can do there. We took the run when we had it, and, yeah, we just tried to avoid the wrecks.
Well, you know what, man? We haven't seen it out here as often as we used to. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. When you come back, you're still one of the best here in the business on the super speedways. And still, even with some time has passed and not been out here as many Thursday nights, man, you're still one of the top, I believe, top 5 drivers in this series. And, you know, it just seems like you're always have a knack for being in the front. But before we let you go here tonight, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, thank you to everyone over at Nightmare Esports. Thank you to Dylan Jones for being with us tonight. And big thanks to you for doing kind of double duty, broadcasting and all. And, yeah, hope you guys have a good night, everyone out there.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We'll hopefully talk to you soon, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That was your third place finisher here tonight, Alex Hill. And we're going to bring up your second place finisher, Steven Miles. Steven Miles, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. How you doing?
Man, Steven, almost did it here tonight. That would have been a really big victory for you. You know, you're kind of sitting duck there with Kyler Wynn behind you. He's one of the best in the business. When it becomes a kind of a 2-on-2 or a 1-on-1 near the end of the race, especially, you know, right there coming to that, start finish line. Walk us through, you know, coming out of turn 4. Was there anything you could have given the 82, you know, to try to get that victory here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, 82, he's probably one of the fastest one on here. So, it's probably good that I got him as a teammate. So we was really just working together, and right there out of 4, I told him just race forward, and he took the outside. If I wanted to, I should just took the outside and just, you know, slowed it down. But then again, that would have put us both at risk for Alex to get us. So really, it was just a teamwork right there to just get that 1-2. I ain't stingy.
Well, man, you know what? Talk us through, too. You know, we saw a lot of pit road mishaps tonight. A lot of guys spinning, getting into hot, sliding in their boxes. This Gen-6 car is a different breed, getting in and off pit road compared to trucks and Xfinity. Walk us through, because you were flawless all night long and, you know, stayed with that front pack to pretty much give yourself a chance there at the end. And, you know, obviously you got the runner-up finish, but I think those pit stops had a big player in that here tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it was planned. Kyler stayed out. We was supposed to pit, so I just stayed out with him because I didn't want to leave him on the same stretch, and it kind of put us on our own, you know, race from everybody else. It was kind of just us and Trevor and some other guys, but then they messed up their pit road, so we were just trying our best to stay in contact with the leaders, even though we had to pit like 6 laps earlier. And right there, man, you could just tell, just like Alex when I was pushing them, we never took tires this race, and Daytona on a hot day is very slick out there. So even on the apron, we was just drifting it on that last pit stop, just trying to stick together and get a run so we don't let those guys get away. And luckily, we was able to execute, man. And yeah, man, you gotta be flawless in this race, especially when it comes to green flag pit stops, and that's how you really separate yourself from the field.
Well, Steven, runner-up finish here tonight. Pretty big payday for you. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
I want to thank you, man. Doing what you did tonight, that take a lot of guts, it take a lot of hard work and dedication, and I thank you. Well, I haven't went back and watched it yet to see how entertaining it was, but you did an awesome job, and you do a good job with this league every time you put this stuff on. Thank the drivers, thank my teammates, Kyler, Malik, soon hopefully be back or not, I don't know. And thank my mom, my dad, my girl, and most of all, God, man, and that'll be it.
All right, Steven, go enjoy your night. Go enjoy that runner-up finish, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again soon.
Appreciate it.
That was Steven Miles, your runner-up, but right now the man of the hour. Again, I think last night as well, back-to-back wins here for the 82. Kyler Wynn, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. Back-to-back wins in PGR, too.
Yeah, there it is, man. He's on top of it. He knows his statistics. Man, walk us through yet again. You make a move. You're so good at that here on the last lap. And I told Steven he was kind of a sitting duck there. And walk us through that move there to get past him and cross that start-finish line first again.
Yeah, well, it was just a small pack the entire race, groups of 2. I think it was Daniel and Garrett, Ian and Steven, and Dylan Jones and Sean Hill there. So it was just about working together and coordinating our runs. Daniel and Garrett got taken out, so it kind of made things easier for us, I'd say. But down the back, me and Steven coordinated a run perfectly. I counted him down. We made the move, and we were gone from there. And I think going into 3, he said just race it out. So I did that. We raced it out. Got to his right rear, and honestly, you're helpless in that scenario as a leader. I've been in it many times. You can't really do much to try and win the race there. You throw a block, you're probably wrecking yourself. And clean run to the line, got to his right rear, and it was over from there.
Well, you know what? I don't know where we go from here because you're just going to keep getting on top of these podiums, top of these leaderboards here night in, night out. But, unfortunately, obviously, your run ended in the March Madness bracket, I believe, a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And, that would have obviously been a great win had you have been still in the bracket. But, we got some big events coming up, and it's all going to lead up to the SummerSlam here this summer. You've won the Podium 500 before. You won some really big races. Walk us through, kind of your mindset. It seems like you love to shine bright in the biggest moments, the biggest stages. Those big races, the big events, is that something that, you just love to do and you got more of an act for racing in those events?
Yeah, I think a big part of it is my mental. I'm really good at the end of these races. I don't get nervous at all now. No matter the circumstances, even at the end of the NASCAR 500, for example, I was not nervous at all. Being able to control that and stay calm and collected, use 100% of my headspace towards winning the race or maximizing my finishing position really helps because I've been doing it for so long, 2-3 years. But I would consider myself one of the best. My goal is to be the first one to 10 wins. I think this is number 7, so it's definitely a possibility.
Well, Kyler, before we let you go tonight, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, factory steps in the car. Steven, great teammate all night. I couldn't have done it without him, to be honest. And you guys, Mike, for broadcasting and the race controlling. I know you caught some slack there at the end. I think it was pretty undeserved, but either way, you do a great job. All the race controls, all the broadcasters, you guys do a great job putting these on. Glad for all the effort you put. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no, we appreciate those kind words, and appreciate you guys racing here as well. And good luck the rest of the way. We'll definitely, I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon.
Yep, thank you.
That was your race winner here tonight, Kyler Wynn. Steven Miles as well. He took second. Alex Hill rounded out your podium. Dylan Jones, 4th here tonight. Caden Diedrich, 5th. Garrett Maines in 6th. They'll advance to the championship race for the March Madness bracket. Michael Guest in 7th. Matthew Baker in 8th. Jeff Merck in 9th. Asher Little in 10th. John Ellis Jr. in 11th. Landon Velke in 12th. Freddie Bazinez 13th. Daniel Falkingham in 14th. Nash Brambilla in 15th. Sean Corbett 16th. Nathan Harper in 17th. Hunter Hastings in 18th. 19th will be Colin Bowden. And we were trying to figure out here what was going to go on with the finale here. So Colin Bowden 19th, Brian Hennings 20th, Carl Bond 21st here tonight, Christopher Carter in 22nd, Matthew Stallnick 23rd, James Wagner in 24th, Nick Seipel in 25th, Brock Westmoreland in 26th, Trevin Ashburnoff in 27th, Axel Smith 28th, Jared Haynes 29th, Josh McCullough 30th, Chris McCullough 31st, Miles Bagley tonight 33rd. Michael Wingo and Miles Bagley in 32nd, Michael Wingo 33rd, Tucker McClendon 34th, Chase Mistretta 35th, Chris Melton 36th, Cody Nagels 37th, Sterling Deese 38th, John Ward 39th, Steve Sizemore 40th, and rounding out your 41 car field, that's going to be Mark Von Dell. So it looks like Freddie Bazinez gets the nod over Colin Bowden. We still have some review to do. That will be done post-race here tonight. And we'll have to see how this all pans out. Got word Freddie Bazinez won't be able to make the finale. So not sure how that's all going to play out. You're going to have to tune into PGR eSports all week long until we figure out that one. But, well, nonetheless, it was a great race. Only one caution here tonight, and when you only get one caution, that's a good thing here on the super speedways. And next week we will be back, and we will have to get some understanding how that championship is going to work out now, being that Colin Bowden might be on the outside looking in. But from our, Tyler Vickery, any last words here tonight?
That was a wild, chaotic victory race. Great racing all around. Holy moly, that was tough trying to keep an eye on everything. I've seen some of the chat. Garrett was picking fun about we had a little side thing going on with the bracket challenge, and I was the only one that had 3 of the 4 drivers, and as of now I have both of the championship drivers. So yeah, getting picked fun of a little bit, but yeah, that was hilarious. But that was a wild race. Trying to keep an eye on everything got very intense as well.
Yes, it did. Well, on behalf of PGR eSports, my broadcaster partner tonight, Tyler Vickery, I am Michael Triscaro, and we will see y'all next week here on the PGR eSports Network. I'll be back.